How's it going, people? I'm here. I wanna apologise to absolutely nobody, but with the live, I had to switch around the times a bit in the week. I had to switch around the days a little bit. Certain things have been happening, so I had to switch it around, peeps. But regardless if I switch it around, I'm always here. The champ is here. Yes, it's still hot in England here. We had the hottest day yesterday, which was in this area 35 degrees. Some parts of England were at 38. Really hot for England, which then resulted in some wildfires in England too. So not good. But I enjoy the heat. But it's just that England's not built for the heat. So this is something we're gonna have to look towards in the future. What to do? Our houses in England are built to have heat in, but not cool. So it's not good. How's it going, man? Somehow I only love Colby and everything makes sense about Ian. We'll get into, I'm going to do my full card prediction in a minute. How's it going, Kumar? I've never hated Colby Covington. I didn't like I don't like some of the things he said. I didn't like what he said about Leon Edwards' dad. That was uncalled for. And I know that I think the pay-per-view went up like 25% after he said that, but I still think that's not good. I don't think you need to steep that low. But I don't actually hate Colby Covington. I don't hate him. I just don't. I don't hate any fighter. So he's all right. I know he's doing well now in RAF. He beat Arman Sarukian. He's undefeated, I think, in RAF now. So he's doing his thing in RAF. With Ian Garry, you just have to think who is writing his script, who's telling him what to say. Some people say it's his wife. I don't know. Some podcasters are saying it wasn't good when he went to the media scrum saying to everyone, keep it professional. We're only going to talk about fighting. I don't think that was a good move because the people watching it want to see, like, this is free speech in the USA. So they want to see all types of questions asked, especially that one about the women should run the world. I bet you a lot of fans tuned in to see him get quizzed about that, but he sort of knocked that down. At the press conference, I haven't seen it yet, but it's going to be more open questions there, hopefully. I mean, he's annoying that Josh Keswick becomes a friendly guy. Yeah, Josh Kostek. I didn't used to like Josh Kostek at the beginning. In my former self, I didn't used to like him that much, but then I grew to sort of like him. I was like, hold on a minute, he's just playing an act. He just wants us to hate him. And then I was like, he seemed like an all right guy. And he turned out to be an all right guy out the side of the cage, just inside the cage. Yeah, he wasn't, he was just annoying. And I was actually glad when GSP beat him. But after that, I sort of got to like him a bit. Same with two other fighters. Same with Chris Weidman. I didn't like Chris Weidman at all. I didn't like him because he beat Anderson Silva, and I really wasn't happy about he beating Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva actually had that fight won, but Anderson Silva started playing games and got caught because I think it was the second round, Chris couldn't take down Anderson Silva. He couldn't take him down, and then Chris was starting to get flustered. Anderson Silva, all he had to do was just turn it on and he would have defended his title, but he didn't. He messed around and got knocked out. He messed around and found out. And because of that, I just didn't like Chris Weidman. I didn't like him after that. But then he lost to Luke Rockhold. So it was sort of balanced. I sort of balanced it out. And then I started liking him after that. A little bit with DDP, similar. I didn't like the way he was going around saying he's the real African, he's real African. I have gone over this before. He is not, no matter what he says, no matter if he can train in Africa until his fight career is over, it makes no difference. He would never ever be an indigenous African. The word there is indigenous. An Afrikaan has existed since 1948 when Dutch people came over. It might have been a bit before that, like 1909 or whatever, late 1800s or whatever, when they came over, the Dutch and that came over to Africa. South Africa and started doing things. I ain't gonna get into it, but the Africans have been there for thousands of years. So that's indigenous. Afrikaan is a way newer version, ethnicity. So it doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, he lost to Hamzat, and I wanted Hamzat to beat him. Now I have no problem with him. Like, if he gets the title again, fair play to him. But just then, the things he was saying, I was like, this guy needs to be humbled, and he got humbled. So, right. So let's get into it then. UFC 330. There's a lot of talk online and other podcasts saying it's not the best card. People are saying it's not the best card. They've not really stacked it that much. So let's have a look. UFC 330. Here is my full card prediction. Let's have a look. I'm just trying to get it up now, peeps. Give me a sec, yeah? Chill out, yeah? Here we are. So UFC 330. Islam Makhachev versus Ian Machado Gary. Happening in Philadelphia, Freeway Philly. Those who know about the rock, on the 15th of August in the Xfinity Mobile Arena, if I pronounced that all right. So, having a look at the card now, you know what, Pete? So I'm going to start doing my own stack meter. So, how... it's extremely top heavy. When I mean top heavy, I mean the main event heavy. I'll probably give this I'll be honest, bro. I'll probably give this a 5.5 or a 6. Personally, I'm a bit more harsh. I'd say a 5.5 or a 6. I would say the White House card is probably a 9.5 or a 10. Like, it was really high. This is like a 5.5 or a 6. We're really here for, it's like half the whole thing is for the main event. The points I'm giving is probably for the main event. But anyway, let's go. First fight. Jeremiah Wells versus Mateo Beck Olobali, Barry, whatever his name is. I have seen that guy before. He's quite dangerous. This dude coming off one win over Temba Gorobio, who's now retired, and 2-fight losses before that. Oroboro, bro, I ain't pronouncing his name, bro. 3-fight winning streak. Chris Curtis, Jack Hermanson. Yeah, I'm going with Orobai. I'm going with him for sure. Question from Kumar, my homie. Do you think Allen can beat Pfeiffer? I think Pfeiffer's power is overrated, but Allen is like a true turtle on the tree. He somehow beat Malnutrition RDR, which is impressive. Allen has the better skills. Allen's more skillful than Pfeiffer, I'd say. But Pfeiffer has that raw talent, raw power type thing, that barbarian power, you know what I mean? You look at Pfeiffer, he looks like a barbarian, basically. He looks like a barbarian, bro. You know what I mean? He looks like he's got that raw talent, raw power. Definitely Allen can win that for sure, but Pfeiffer can stop him too. I know his power's overrated, but I know if Pfeiffer hits you in a certain spot, you go in bed. Get me? So next fight we have Neil Magny versus Ramirez Bramija. I think I probably butchered it. Bramija's coming off 1 loss and 3 wins before that. Neil Magny is 1 loss, 2 wins, 2 losses, 1 win. He's still there. Neil Magny's still there. With Neil Magny, they give Neil Magny the hungry up-and-comers. So look at this guy, he's 33. Neil Magny's 39. They give Neil Magny the hungry up-and-comers who's struggling to pay their bills, struggling to pay their coaches, has got a car note, has behind on rent 2 months, have got the electricity bill, water bill, they've probably got child support to pay. They are fighting check to check and they are hungry. They're the worst fighters to fight because they are hungry. They need both checks to win. They need their win bonus and their show bonus. You know what I mean? They need all of that. So with that being said, I like Magny, but I just feel it may be time to call it. I'm probably going to go over Ramirez on that one, but I wouldn't be surprised if Magny wins. Then we got Rafael Tobias versus Luca Finaldo. There is no wiki. I think I know who these people are, but I cannot remember. So I'm going to go with Lucas. Then we have, what we got here, bro? Morales cuts weight. Inferno, we're going to get to that in a minute. We're going to get to my prediction in a minute, but we'll see. Morales cuts weight, but not fight everybody. I don't like these. He drains his body. He can only cut probably 2 more times. The thing about getting a title shot, you want to be as active as possible. Like, you want to fight as much as possible. These lot don't get paid to sit at home. Like, they get paid to fight in the cage. That's where most of their money comes from. The thing, or unless you like somebody like, I don't know, Tom Aspinall or Paddy, who you have great sponsors outside the ring where you can make a lot of money. If you're not charismatic like them lot or don't have it, you need to really be fighting. There's no point sitting at home doing nothing because you're not getting paid. So you really should be fighting in the cage. Only cuts to, yeah, I get it. The weight cut probably is really harsh on him, so maybe he doesn't want to fight a lot. Maybe he only wants to fight 2 times a year because he hates the weight cut. But if that's the case, bro, move up in weight. Ian Garry gonna win. We'll get to that prediction in a minute. Where you from? I'm from London, England, bro. Inferno, where are you from? So you've got Vicente Luque versus Trey Gore. Valente's coming off a win over Kevin Gastelum. 2 losses before that and a win. I'm probably going to go for Vicente. I think Vicente might get that one done. Are you high? No, I'm not high. I've been drinking green tea, water, orange juices, like orange juice, water. No, I'm not high. Why do I look high? My eyes ain't red, so I don't think I look high at all. So no, it's just quite warm here where I'm at. Firstly, are you high and where are you coming from? And where are you from? Then we got Dante Johnson versus Eric McConico. I think that's pronounced, butchered it. I'm going to go with Dante. I saw a bit of information on Dante. He looks quite dangerous as well. Then we have Charles Johnson versus Akudo Henrique. Charles Johnson is a dangerous dude. He's dangerous, bro. Coming off a loss, though, but he has beaten Lonia Kavanagh. He has beaten the actual champion as well, Joshua Van. But he is coming off a loss via submission. I'm going to go with Charles Johnson. I think he's going to come back and he's going to be really angry. You're from India. Maharaja. What part of India are you from? Arman prediction. Arman versus Rufi. It's going to be Badma for Rufi. Chidi bang bang, yeah, chidi Noconio versus Joe Alvarez. Chidi bang bang. Oh, wee. Chidi's on a 2-fight losing streak, but before that, I was on a 3-fight winning streak. Chidi man. Alvarez is coming off 1 loss. I'm still gonna go Chidi in this one. I think Chidi is gonna bang bang. Chidi's gonna bang bang. Conor returns. That's not gonna be until next year, bro. No point worrying about his return right now because he's got to heal his leg. He's teasing Shavkat fight. I think he will be too much for Shavkat. Don't get me wrong, but Shavkat have a bad stand-up. He got wobbled by the waiter, Jeff Neal. It may be good to see Sean versus Morales where no leg. Well, he won't be Sean versus Morales because he already took out Morales already. He already took out Brady. Sean versus Brady, that already happened. He took him out. Would be a good fight. You know that Shavkat's going to be trying to wrestle him, but the height and the strength and the size of Morales, it really might be hard to get him down. I actually want to see Islam fight Morales. I want to see how Islam deals with him because that's going to be a hard fight for Islam. He's not going to be able to just take it. I don't think he's going to be able to take him down willingly like he's been doing. And Morales might walk him down like he did Sean Brady, so we'll see. Are you rich? You can help me, please. Bro, listen to me. You're asking me to help you. You probably haven't even subscribed to my channel and you're asking me to help you. You have to help me first. Like, you can't come on here, not even subscribe, not even watch my videos and ask for help. That's a bit rude. So next fight, Edson Barboza versus Esteban Rubovics. Escobar, Barboza, let's have a look at him. Barboza's been fighting for a long time, peeps, and he's been going for a long... He's on a 3-fight losing streak. Jalen Turner, Draco Close, and Laurent Murphy. Dang, baby. He's going against Escobar Marjan. He's on a one loss. I'm gonna go with Esteban on that one. I like Edson Barboza. I think he's a great fighter, but it's not looking like good times for him right now. What do you need help with, Inferno? Like, why do you need money? Explain it to us so we can understand why you need money. Then we have Mansour Abdul Malik versus Dustin Stoltfuss. I think I actually got Malik's name right there for once. Stoltfuss, ooh, he's won in his last 4, lost to Kelvin Gastelum, Narsanton, beat Mark Andre, but lost to Bruno Ferreira. Mansour, we can't click on his wiki. I think he's undefeated, if I'm not correct. I think he's undefeated. So I'm going to go with Mansour, because I know he's on a bit of a surge. So you'd like, what? 10K. 10K dollar, please. Okay. I tell you what, Inferno, you need to listen to me. I will actually help you. But what you need to do, you need to help me first. You need to like, subscribe, share my channel with all your friends. Get all of them watching my videos. Once I'm sorted, then I'll help you for sure. So go ahead and do all that, then come back to me. And then we can talk about 10K. I think in the middleweight, Morales will be a little bit undersized, but lighter, man. Skills can exist. But I can imagine him completely competing to... but can't imagine him competing to... yeah, I think it will be a bit... I think he's just... Yeah, he needs like a, I don't know, 175 division. If he goes against Robocop, Robocop's massive. He's a massive guy, and so is DDP. They're massive guys. Yeah, he will be undersized against them lot, but he's oversized against the welterweights. So he just needs to get a good nutritionist, stay at a weight, like try and stay at a weight where he's not cutting too much outside of camp is what he probably needs to do. So we'll see. Then the next fight, feature bout, Jalen Turner versus Carl Fernandez. I don't know who he's fighting. There's no wiki on Carl Fernandez, so I'm going to be going with Jalen Turner. Then in the co-main event of the evening, what was the question? Who are you? Who am I? I'm Antonio. I'm the author, the CEO, the director, the company owner of Bitman TV. I'm a YouTuber. I've released over 6,500 videos on here. It's mostly shorts with 2 viewers. That's fine with 2 viewers. With viewers here, it's not all about the lives, my friend. I do the lives and people drop in. And then when I post the lives, hold on a minute. I do the lives here, people drop in and drop out. When I post the lives, everyone else, they're usually watching. It goes up to like a couple hundred. My highest video I've done is 11,000 views with Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. So you don't want to speak too quickly about views. How many views do you have? How many followers do you have? I have 1,550 plus. That's what I have. How many do you have? Okay, so be careful on when you're saying things. You can't say to me about views or subscribers when you have nothing. You have nothing, mate. Yeah. And also, you want me to give you money. but you're talking like this. You're very contradictory. I wouldn't give you money if you're talking like this. You should be very nice to me if you want me to give you money. Do better work. Do better research. Bruh, Picard Colin died yesterday. People done bad. The guy Wilson. Yeah, I heard about that guy dying. Was it the guy who was boxing? Some boxing guy. What did he die of? Was it just a fight? Like I weren't too sure what he passed off, but R.I.P. to him, man. Thoughts go out to him and his family for sure. To his family for sure, man. I think wasn't didn't he die of like boxing in the ring stuff like that? But yeah, R.I.P. to him and thoughts go out to his family for sure. Right, peeps, time you've been waiting for. We're nearly that time. I don't give me that. I'm joking, bro. There's only 2 views. Now I'm the biggest fan of yours. Bro, stay consistent. People, us, what you're forgetting is people like us in the UK, we can smell a rat a mile off, especially in London. I'm a huge fan of Islam, but I think he's going to lose because he's getting older. I'm about to give my prediction on the main event, and I'm not usually wrong. I'm very precise with it. He got punched back of the head much of the time. Yeah, that's not good. They need to sort that in boxing. You can't be punching people in the back of the head. That's a dangerous spot because it's attached to your vertebrae, it's attached to your spine. That goes wrong, you can die. And RIP to him. And that definitely needs to be investigated. I agree. That is not good. Right. The co-main event of UFC 330, Mackenzie Dern versus Gillian Anderson. I know a lot of you lot glaze over Mackenzie Dern and what she looks like, but we're only here to talk about fighting skills. So she's the current strawweight champion. I think it's strawweight. She's on a 3-fight winning streak. Lupi Gonez, Amanda Ribas, and Verna Zandroba. She's facing Gillian Anderson, who's the number 4 ranked strawweight. Her winning streak is okay. She's on a 5-fight winning streak, including Polyana Viana, Michelle Watson Gomez, karate, Marina Rodriguez, and Amanda Lemos. That's a respectable win. Now she's getting a title shot. First thing I'll say about this fight is this. Hold on a minute. Let's go to the. Whoa. Slow down, peeps. What you got? I'm joking, bro. Understand, the biggest fan of yours. Thank you very much. And make sure you subscribe and watch all my stuff and share it on to your family and friends. Zahid Karab. I'm a huge fan of Islam, but I think he's going to lose. He's getting older. We'll get to that next. He got punched in the back of the head. That is disgusting. That needs to be looked into. Sabrina Nicholas. Hi from St. Lucia. Hello, St. Lucia. Hello. I'm going to come to St. Lucia at some point as well. How's it going over there? How you doing, Sabrina? You doing well? Your prediction's almost wrong. I have got a couple. I think I've got about 2 wrong this year. So go and watch them, bro. The predictions are there to go and watch. Like I've got a lot of them right. Do you see any evidence that fights are being rigged? The only thing that's been happening, if you're talking about the UFC, is those ones that have been investigated by the FBI. Now, there was 2 fights that happened where it was investigated by the FBI, where it was insider knowledge that one of the fighters had a injury, and then a lot of money went on the person with the injury, and then that person lost. There was the other one where the fight, I forgot the names, where he was in a rear naked choke. The guy is known for defending the rear naked choke, and he got choked out, and it looked really suspect. That's the only 2 I know of. This is not fighters. This is not a fight being rigged. But if you listen to, like, there's other podcasters who say when somebody goes into a rear naked choke, okay, apparently it's not a real submission. It is, but it's not a real one. That when people sub in a rear naked choke, they literally want out. That's like a way to walk out the door. Like a lot of people can survive that apparently, but overall, UFC is not rigged at all. No, it's not rigged. But there's 1 or 2 idiots that do silly stuff. So no, I'd say it's not rigged. Only one or two fights that are a bit weird, that's slightly pretentious, potentially rigged. The ones I just said that the FBI are looking into. Uh, who who are you? Make your first identity, bro. Who are you? First, make your identity, bro. What? Look in my page. You can see my personal Instagram, my Facebook, and everything's in there. That's who I am. And then predict. Okay, cool. Can't imagine 3 years ago, Glory had planned to make Alistair Overeem versus Rico. Do you think Rico can beat Joshua? There are some types of styles over right, like Rico best for Usyk. I think Rico was best suited for Usyk because it was meant to be like a technical boxing fight, and Usyk probably thought that this guy ain't got no boxing skills, and then he turned up with some type of skills. I think against uh, Joshua, it's going to be a harder fight. Joshua's looking to knock him out and trade and bang him out from the jump. He's a big guy. I don't think it will be good for Rico. The only reason I'm saying that is because Rico hasn't got knockout power. He can't. He doesn't knock people out. If it's kickboxing, he's got the head kicks, etc. He can get people out of there. He can't get people out with his hands. So I think he might struggle against Joshua. I think Joshua might get him out of there because Joshua hits harder than him. Will you come to India? Yeah, sure. I want to come to India at some point. I heard Goa's meant to be a really nice place, so we'll see. I am good, and you? I'm very good. Thank you very much. It's very hot over here. What do you do for a living? Baldy. My head's not bald. It's just that I haven't really combed it or anything like that, so it looks a bit all over the place. But I'm getting it cut next week, so you'll see me on live how it really looks when it gets cut. So, right, let's get back to the co-main event. So with the co-main event, I personally think, Weili Zhang lost to Valentina Shevchenko. Weili Zhang should then really be involved in the next fight at strawweight. But Weili Zhang hasn't fought for a while. I personally think the UFC was like, right, let's do Mackenzie Dern versus Androba. Please let Mackenzie Dern win, and then let Mackenzie Dern make a name for herself. I bet you Weili Zhang was like, UFC, I'm ready to fight. They was like, no, 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 no. You're not in the plans right now. Take some time off. Go and get a makeover. Do something else. Do not come and fight because we've got a project we're working on right now. Her name is Mackenzie Dern. We want to make her the next Ronda Rousey. We want to make her the face of the UFC for the women. So we don't need you here ruining it. Just take some time off. That's what I reckon. That's what I reckon that's happened with Zhang Weili. They said, no, you're not fighting. You're taking some time off because time off for her is not even needy. It's not like she got absolutely hammered by Valentina Shevchenko. She didn't get knocked out. She wasn't in a war, nothing like that. She just lost a 5-round decision on wrestling. Yet they're not giving her fights. I reckon the UFC are like, bro, take some time off. We're working on Mackenzie Dern. We're going to make her into a bigger star. She's going to defend the title. She looks good on our covers. And then he can come back and fight her. Once they've got what they need, then they're going to bring in Weili Zhang. That's what I think. Anyway, so my prediction on the fight. My prediction on the fight is this. In fact, this is a bit of a hard one, to be honest. This is a hard one. For some reason, I feel Gillian Anderson's gonna win this. I don't know why. She's just coming with this new confidence, this new eager, this new. She's got a lot of this stuff around her. She's got a lot of momentum as well. I feel she's got a momentum going into this one. We have seen Mackenzie Dern lose quite a few times. It may be a stand and bang. It may be a stand and bang thing. Who's better on the feet? I may lean towards Mackenzie, but she does look wild at some points. Gillian wants to test her jiu-jitsu too. This is a bit of a toss-up, to be honest. But I'm leaning towards, I think, Mackenzie a bit. Because I feel Zandroba is a really tough opponent and Mackenzie did beat her. She's got the championship now. She's training at a higher pace, a higher everything. So I'm leaning towards her slightly, but I'm telling you now, I will not be surprised if Gillian Robinson wins this fight. I will not be surprised at all. Then in the main event, we've got some questions here. Are you married? Why you ask me that for? What does me being married or not married has to do with these fights? That's a question for you. I am gay. Can you help me? I don't know what to say. If you want to be gay, that's up to you. What you want to do. Maybe if you are you in India? Maybe tell your government or your council, or is anyone there that can help you if you think you need help. Speak to your family is what I'd say. If that's what if you think you just said you need help, so speak to your family. Does your family know that you're gay? That's what I'd say. Do you think Paulo Costa used ground game against Prime Izzy? He can beat Izzy. He's in the UFC much more. Debut, remember, in Ultimate Fighter season one, Wanderlei Silva. And he's a grappler. Against Izzy, he should have used his grappling. That's what he should have done. But he wanted to strike with a kickboxer in his prime. Remember what I said about Neil Magny and these people. They're fighting people coming up who are hungry, who are starving, who have no money. That's who Izzy was at one point. This is why he was so good. Because at one point he's hungry. He's in a lab. He hasn't got any money. He's just training to be a killer. And that's why he was so good. Then he got all this money and stuff like that. And he's just like, he's not training anymore, this and that. He's out doing music shows, and then you're coming back to fight these hungry guys who haven't got the money to do music shows, haven't got a McLaren, they can't build estates. They're living day to day, check to check. This is where Izzy went wrong. He should have stayed. All this stuff he's doing, he should have given to someone else to do and stayed in the gym. Don't lose sight of what's happening if you want to stay in this sport. So right now, Paulo Costa would probably beat Izzy. He'd probably stop him. Are you an MMA fighter? No, but I train. I train in MMA, boxing, jiu-jitsu, things like that. Why are you wasting your view time, bro? Why are you wasting your viewer time? How do you mean wasting my view time? Can you explain? Dan is like Tim Sylvia, where the prime having the dark ages of division, Zhang Weili can beat Dan even eating ramen. Yeah, but I don't think they want Zhang to face. You're very right, bro. I'll tell you straight. Welly Zhang can beat Mackenzie Dern 100%. That's like a Hamzat versus Strickland, obviously without the weight issues and cardio. But like I said, I feel the UFC, don't quote me, it's all alleged, but I feel the UFC want to keep Weili Zhang away from Mackenzie Dern for now. They want Mackenzie Dern to earn some money, become the face of the women's strawweight because she looks good in the dress, give her a couple fights, you know what I mean? If she loses to Gillian Anderson, they'll probably give her a rematch. They'll probably give her a rematch so she can keep promoting the division. I know they want her to, but they've got it now. They've got her as the face, but she has to fight and she has to win. So we will see. Show your room tour. Show your room tour, CEO. I do this in the spare room. This is not actually my room. This is like a spare room. I do it in. I don't do this in my room. Big Bang Zhang. I'm telling you now, if Zhang comes back, everybody's done. Everybody's finished. As soon as Zhang wants to come back with her new makeover, everybody is finished. Give that belt up, ladies. What do you think about Paddy Pimblett and Ilya? Who's gonna win? Scousers don't get knocked out, you sausage. I think that's gonna be the issue. Ilya may not be able to knock out Paddy. The question is gonna be, if Ilya can't knock out Paddy, can he last 5 rounds? We saw what happened with Gagey. Paddy's going to be hitting him back. Can he last 5 rounds? And Ilya's wrestling and submission is good, but Paddy is dangerous, mate. That's not an easy pick. That would take more dissecting and more detail. So that's what I'd say at the moment. He should move up to light heavyweight. He's losing anyway. At least he can have a chance to get his girl back if he comes to Oldberg somehow. Yeah, but unfortunately, I think Oldberg will do him. I think Oldberg can knock him out. Izzy's, I like Izzy. I'm not like throwing shade at him. I'm actually watching his prediction now. I didn't get to finish watching it because obviously we scheduled for 6 o'clock. I was watching his prediction. What I wanna do, I wanna see if Izzy would, because he didn't do a prediction. And what you're saying is right, Kumar, because something's going on. Izzy didn't do a prediction for Oldberg versus Jiri. He didn't do one for that one. So I want to see when Oldberg fights again, does Izzy do a prediction for that? But yeah, something's definitely up there. Sometimes like Izzy has thrown some shots at me because I call him out on some of his picks. Every time he has somebody in his stable fighting, he says they're going to win when clearly they're not. I'll give you the prime example. I keep saying it. Dan Hooker versus Arman. Izzy was like, yeah, he's gonna win, he's gonna win. I said in his channel, I go, you're just saying that because he's your boy. There's no way he's beating Arman. And he didn't beat Arman. And then the next video is like, oh, calling out everybody saying that I always vote for my boys. Yeah, talking about me. But it's all good though. I like Izzy. But yeah, I don't think he'll win that fight. What do you think about Justin versus Arman? I think that's a good fight. Justin versus Arman, that's a good fight. Justin has good takedown defense. Arman has good wrestling. It'd be a good fight. We'll see. The Observed Chaos. Ian versus Makhachev. I think that's how it's spelled. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do the prediction. I'll call him back. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna do the prediction now on Ian versus Makhachev. We're gonna do that now. So like with the co-main event, as I said, I'm leaning towards Mackenzie Dern, but I wouldn't be surprised if Gillian Robertson gets the victory. I wouldn't put money on that one. That is not one you should bet on. They both got really good jiu-jitsu. People are leaning towards Mackenzie Dern's jiu-jitsu because obviously she's more got more accolades. But Gillian Robertson, I keep calling her Anderson. Her jiu-jitsu is built for MMA. That's the thing. Striking is probably leaning towards Mackenzie Dern, but people are saying Gillian is tougher. But Mackenzie's tough too. It's going to be a toss-up, peeps. I wouldn't bet on that fight. Right, I'm going to answer these few, and then I'm going to go my main event pick. You look like Jason Love. I don't know who Jason Love is, bro. He looks like me, probably, and I'm probably better looking. I thought Tatiana Suarez can beat Whaley, but then it was a total domination. Whaley Suarez can submit 4 or 5 times down in 25 minutes. Very true. I thought Tatiana Suarez would give Whaley Zhang so much issues with the wrestling pace, how tough she is. Whaley Zhang, absolutely, bruv. You know what I mean? So yeah, Whaley Zhang is when she's coming. I mean, that's short way as well. Bruh, that dog thing with Izzy, so cringe, bruh. He's feeding his dogs mouth to mouth, and I think he doesn't need a girl anyway. He's interested in. Bruh, I didn't see that. I didn't see that, but I heard a lot about this dog stuff, bruh. I like animals, I like dogs, but I ain't feeding no dog mouth to mouth. That's a bit strange. Right. This is what you've been waiting for, peeps. My pick, my prediction on the main event of the evening. Islam Makhachev versus Ian Garry. My prediction. What's going on, me, CX? How you doing, bro? Prates KOs both same night. Potentially, Ian Garry has beat Prates, but doesn't mean every fight will be the same. So let's look at this fight. Let's do it properly here, peeps. Let's do it properly here, peeps. Islam Makhachev, the #1 pound for pound fighter. There is no debate. We're thinking about, is it him? Is it Ilya? It is Islam Makhachev. #1 pound for pound fighter. He's on 16 fights in a row. The only person who had 16 fights in a row is Anderson Silva when he was on his run. So he's joint with Anderson Silva. If he wins this fight here, he has 17 in a row, which breaks Anderson Silva's winning streak. His last couple fights, Jack Maddalena for the welterweight championship. He beat Renato Marcano, defended the lightweight championship for the 4th time, more than Khabib. Dustin Poirier, Volkanovski, Charles Oliveira, Bobby Green, Dan Hooker, Drew Dober, and Arman Tsarukyan back in the day. This is the resume of the #1 pound for pound fighter in the world, on the planet. He's the best. That's it. I don't care how you feel about Islam. He's the best. He is now going against the #1 welterweight, who is 17-1. One loss came to Shavkat, who's injured. Shavkat won the fight, but he lost the war. Dude's out. He's been out for years, bro. We don't know where he at. You know what I mean? So last fight, he beat the former welterweight champion, Bilal Muhammad. Before that, he beat Carlos Prates. Before that, he did lose to Shavkat Rakhmonov, who is nowhere to be seen. But get well, I hope he comes back because I like Shavkat. Before that, he beat Michael Venom Page, who's wrestling, who's striking. He beat Jeff Neal, Neil Magny, Daniel D-Rod, and a few others. That's the resume of both fighters. So who am I going with? Now, I think there's something, I want to get to the messages in a minute. There's something no one spoken about. I've not seen this in any prediction or anything. No one spoke about this. So Islam, if you remember, Islam Makhachev was in a war with Dustin Poirier. Islam was bloodied up. They went back and forth, striking. Dustin Poirier landed shots. Islam, I don't think he got wobbled, but he was getting shot up and his face was a bit bloodied up. My question to you lot, okay, so when he fought JDM didn't get a chance to do anything. He was on his back for the whole thing. I think he's going to have a harder time taking down Ian Garry. The question is, how does Islam Makhachev take a punch at welterweight? He hasn't taken a punch at welterweight yet, okay? So if he can't get Ian Garry down and Ian Garry's hitting Islam, how will he take that punch? Because we haven't seen him take a punch. He has been KO'd before at lightweight. Okay, so how is he going to take a punch? That's the first question. He's going to have to get down Ian Garry. Ian Garry's going to be using a lot of movement. He's going to be trying to stay away from the cage because a lot of Islam's takedowns, and he's with Khabib, is against the fence. He's going to try and keep it in the middle, but he's going to be using a lot of lateral movement, probably using a lot of striking from boxing range and probably teep kicks. He's not going to throw, I don't think he'll throw a lot of leg kicks. It'd be maybe low calf kicks, but I don't think he's going to be throwing a lot of leg kicks because obviously he can get taken down from the leg kicks. There's a few questions here that is just, I'm not sure. If Islam has to chase Garry for 5 rounds, is Islam going to run out of gas? That's a question. Because Islam's saying he's going to have to chase him. Is he going to run out of gas trying to chase Ian Garry round the ring? This is what we need to take into consideration. Can Islam take a punch? He hasn't taken a punch at welterweight yet. That's another question. Ian Garry's been training with Damian Maia. He's been training in Armenia and all these different places on his wrestling. How will that come into effect? I'm telling you now, I wouldn't bet on the fight. I wouldn't put any money on this fight. Similar to the co-main, I'm going to lean towards Islam. I'm going to lean towards, only reason, is because wrestling. This may be Islam wins three rounds, Garry wins 2. It may be something like that. Or it may be a draw. I don't see Islam finishing. I don't see Garry finishing. I see this being a decision. It may be 3-2 to Islam, or it could even be a draw. That's how I'm seeing it. The reason why I'm going Islam more is because he's going to be using wrestling for the whole thing. If you've not done your homework, do your homework. I've been watching the Embedded. I've been watching everything. Islam is literally just going to be taking him down. He already said it. He said, I'm going to look to take him down. He needs to stop it. We're going to see, it's going to be, Islam's going to attempt to try and recreate a JDM fight. So luckily we're not paying this because it's going to be a JDM. He's looking to create a JDM fight where he's going to take him down, look for submissions, things like that. Ian Garry is not going to be using defensive wrestling. He's going to be using striking and movement is what he's going to be using. But I think the question is whose gas tank runs out quicker? Whoever's gas tank runs out quicker is going to be getting finished. Is Islam going to be so tired in the 4th round he can't attempt any takedowns anymore and Ian Garry starts picking him off? Or is Ian Garry going to be so tired of using movement he's just going to get taken down? There you have it, peeps. That's my master breakdown. I thought it was a pretty good breakdown. As I said, I'm leaning towards Islam, but Ian Garry can win this by decision. Maybe get a snipe shot on Islam because he's very accurate. Can Islam take a real punch at welterweight? We haven't seen him take a punch yet. Marco Morales will, you know what I mean? We will find out with Marco Morales if he gets through Ian. But can he take a punch from Ian Garry? So that's my prediction, peeps. Let's have a look at what do you think about Nelson Mandela? RIP to Nelson Mandela. He did his thing, man. Praches have ground game, same as Max Holloway, even though JDM looks like he's got to go to Dagestan, although he's best stand-up and most power after Morales. Very true. Some of these dudes need to go to Dagestan, to be honest. But very true. Pratis is dangerous. JDM needs to go to Dagestan. Islam can beat Islam can beat anyone. He's the top fighter of the PL. Yeah, Islam can be. He's the number one fighter in the world. Don't tell anything about Islam, bro. You not deserve it. Don't tell anything about Islam. Right, Inferno, we're not going to read any of the messages. You keep being childish. You might have to get removed at some point because you're just being childish. We're not. This is a nice community. We don't hate each other in here. We say nice things and we're talking about fighting. So, Inferno, keep talking like that. We'll just remove you. Okay? You should be nice in here. It's a Friday. No one wants to be arguing or hearing stupid stuff. So just grow up. Makachev submits Ian. That could be possible. With Makachev, he's going to be looking hunting for these takedowns. He's really good at the DAS, so that could be possible. I would lean towards Makachev. What's going on, brother? Arad Rashid, what's going on, bro? We're just here talking about UFC 330. I just did my predictions. What you saying, homie? Can you submit me? Yeah, probably could. Only slightly though. I don't rate Islam that highly. I agree. I agree, but only like I said, it's only going to be slightly. I'm not 100% confident Islam's going to win. There's been a lot of upsets recently. Ilya Taporia, Hamzat. It's looking like the other fighter could win this. MVP outclassed Ian badly. He made him very true. He made Ian have to start wrestling. So it shows that Ian's striking is limited. Like, is limited. He has a ceiling on his striking. His striking isn't better than MVP. No. But he has a limit on his striking, which is why he had to go to wrestling against MVP. I don't see Ian getting a KO. Ian gasses before Islam. That's it then. That's what I mean. That's the thing. But I want to see if Islam can take a real punch at welterweight. Like, we haven't seen him take a punch. He didn't take any damage in the Ian Gary fight, in the JDM fight. So, but Ian Gary may get tired before Islam, and Islam takes it. That's very possible. Arman Sarukian, yeah, he's one of the best out there. Ian got pillow punches. Yeah, he doesn't really knock people out. But you never know. The thing is, sometimes when it comes to the highest moment in somebody's career, like a highest moment, it could be anyone, it could be any of us in the group, your highest moment when you've been training so much, like for an exam or a test, or you're part of a team, or your solo activity or whatever you're doing. He may have trained so good when it comes to that spot, he is undefeatable. There's certain fights where you cannot beat somebody because they've trained so much. They've so much have gone into that one thing that they can't be beat. That could be what it is for Ian Gary. He might go in there, be so sharp, so quick, because he's trained all his life for this. Islam just can't do anything with him. That could be a possibility too, but we'll see. But I'm going with Islam though. Islam versus Morales is the real championship fight. True. I like that fight. I do like that fight. That's going to be a war. Islam's going to be tested like no other. Bro, you don't rate Islam highly. Who? Oh, I never said that. Bro, did you not hear me do my breakdown of Islam Makhachev? I said his 16-fight win streak is time for Anderson Silva. He beats one more, he's 17. He beats Anderson Silva's streak. He's defended the title 4 times at lightweight. He's beaten the most title defenses, which was done by BJ Penn and I'm probably missing someone. Probably missing someone. But BJ Penn and Habib, he's beating that. So for me, he's one of the greatest lightweights of all time. Four title defenses, 2-weight division champion. Come on now, he pound for pound number 1. It was him, Ilya. Ilya's lost. It's Islam Makhachev. Islam Makhachev is the greatest fighter. Right? Whoa, let me slow up there. He's the pound for pound number 1 fighter right now. He's not the greatest. The greatest is still John Jones. I will debate anybody on that. Do you do any MMA training or just watch UFC? I do MMA training, bro. I do a bit of jiu-jitsu, a bit of boxing, a bit of wrestling. I love it. I love confrontation. I love like contact sports. I just love it. So yeah, I do it. Maybe I have some BJJ bias, but Craig, peeps, can you bear me 1 minute? I need to go to the toilet, but I'm bursting. Pete's, I'll be back. Give me one sec. I'm back, peeps. I'm back. Ugh. Sorry about that, peeps. I had to go to the toilet while bursting, mate. All right, where are we at now? Maybe, yeah, I had to put water on my face as well, peeps. Like, literally, I just feel sticky, stuffy, the whole lot. And I had a shower already. Maybe I have some BJJ bias, but Craig Jones can submit all guys from Khabib's gym. Daggy guys only know about submit guys when on top, but these guys don't know defend. But the thing is, Islam Makhachev was calling out Craig Jones. He was saying that he thinks that Craig Jones isn't that good. He feels that they need to get better people to help him. But Ian Garry is working with Damien Meyer. He's one of the best. I don't know. He's like a 10th Dan or something. He's a wizard. He's a when it comes to BJJ, he's a scientist. So let's see. Who is your current favorite UFC player or fighter? I don't have one. It's too hard. It's too hard. I don't have one favorite. I have quite a few, to be honest. I can't just say one. I'll tell you a few. I like Islam Makhachev, ain't gonna lie. I do like Islam. I like Ilya Taporia. I like Tom Aspinall. I don't care how you lot feel about Tom Aspinall. I like Tom Aspinall. I like Piera. Alex Piera, he's good too. Like I said, I don't have one. I can't tell you one fighter. I'm just top of my head. I like Bobby Green. I just like the way Bobby Green fights. Bobby Green, bruh. Terrence McKenney, he's the best 50-50 fighter in the history of fighting. Okay. Paddy, I like Paddy too, right? I'll be here all day talking about people who I like. Light heavyweight, I would say the people I like at light heavyweight are put a bit thin at light heavyweight. I don't really have a favourite at light heavyweight, is what I'd say. I'll go for divisions. I'll answer your question. Heavyweight, I like Piera and I like Aspinall, obviously. Hockett's not bad. He's coming up. Gable Stevenson's coming up too. Light heavyweight, there's no one I can really say. I like them all the same. Maybe Yuri and Khalil Roundtree's good too. Yeah, it's a few good guys there. But I'm still waiting for someone to be clear cut there. Middleweight, I like Strickland. I like Izzy, but Izzy needs to call it, bro. Imavov's good too. You know what I mean? I like Paulo Costa at light heavyweight. I forgot. Yeah, welterweight. Obviously Islam. Morales is cool when he's not. I'm not feeling his dress stuff though. But yeah, but I like Morales. I like Carlos Prates. Ian Garry's very skillful. I like Leon Edwards, man. I don't care, man. I like Leon Edwards. I don't care if he's on a losing streak. I like Ian, and I like Kamaru Usman too. Lightweight, obviously, I like Justin, Charles, all the top fighters really. Volk, I like Aljamain Sterling. He's one of my favorite fighters. Volk, Diego Lopez. I just like everyone. Flyweight, you definitely bantamweight. Sean O'Malley, I do like Sean O'Malley too. I like Peter Yan. I think Peter Yan's amazing. The way he demolished Uriah Faber, when I saw that, I was like, oh Lord, we've got something here. Marab's good as well. Mario Batista's coming up too. Corey Sanhagen, I do like Corey Sanhagen too. Flyweight, obviously, we have Joshua Van's good. Manel Kape, he's one of my favorite fighters. Manel Kape for sure. Brandon Royval. The thing about Brandon Royval, he wins in the ring and he's winning outside the ring. He's Wimbledon. Yeah, he's fire. You know what I mean? So yeah, and I like Lonnie Kavanagh, Lonia Kavanagh. He'll be back, bro. London stand up. There you go. Morales should be fighting on this card. Diego Lopez moving up to lightweight. Who do you think he should fight? Morales should be fighting Carlos Prates. The winner of them two gets the title shot. But apparently Morales is the backup fighter. That's what I heard. Diego Lopez moving up. Who should he fight? He should fight Dan Hooker. That's a good starter fight. Dan Hooker is a nice start. I'll say Dan Hooker or Fiziev. It's a nice starter fight. So Dan Hooker or Fiziev for Lopez. Which is the best looking guy and worst looking guy in the UFC based on facial structure and symmetry? Bruh, that's zesty. You wanna ask that to Inferno? 'Cause apparently he's gay, so he could probably tell you a bit. Inferno _1919 likes guys. He said he's gay. So Kumar, ask that question to Inferno. He'll probably tell you. Is a MAKHACHEV fan runs your channel? Remember that. Yeah, I like Islam Makhachev. He's a guy. And he submitted the guy with the most submission wins. Very true, Charles Oliveira. Hey, I've never. Whoa. You lot need to chill out, yeah? I've never disrespected Islam Makhachev. He is one. I just said he's one of my favorite fighters. You know what I mean? I like the Dagestanis. I'm not hating. There's a lot of people out there in other channels hate Dagestanis. They hate the Russians. I ain't one of them. I think they're awesome. I like Hamza. I like Usman Nurmagomedov. I like Khabib. I like Islam. I like Umar. I like all of them. I think they're great fighters. Islam Makhachev is the best fighter in the world actively. That's it. He's not the GOAT, but he's the best fighter in the world. Islam Makhachev for sure is the best. Islam fans troll him. Say one, bro. Okay. Navajo Sterling's calling out Costa before Yan fight is going to be split decision. Beat up an old guy, calling out a top guy, or don't clear on fight and be competitive. That would be a good fight. Navajo versus Costa. I say that's a dangerous fight for Paulo. That's what I would say there. Navajo's quick and he's young. He's not really had much damage. I don't know how that will turn out for Paulo. I'm just being honest. Are you high? MC Stan is your favorite. No, bro, I'm not gay, I'm bisexual. Okay, cool. Garn versus Aspinall 2. Look like it could be UFC 322 or UFC 344. Who do you got in the rematch? Woo-wee! I'm waiting for that fight. That's a fight I'm waiting for. Garn versus Aspinall. Aspinall is going to be coming back with a vengeance. He's going to be looking to take out Garn. That could be good and that could be bad. Because obviously, if you fight with emotion, bro, you could walk into something you're not seeing because you're trying to take his head off. You get countered, you go to sleep. So I can't. It's too early to make a prediction on that because I need to see. There's a few things I look at closer to the fight, and I can't see them right now because it's not on the dotted line. Early prediction. A lot of people are talking about Garn, how effective he was in that first round against Tom. So I think I predicted Tom to win that fight originally. So I think I'll stick with that. At the moment, I'd say Tom would beat Garn at the moment, but we'll see closer to the time. What else we got? When Marvin Vittori fight Allen and beat up badly, I don't feel like bad. But when Octagon interview saying that I can't lose in front of my brother, when Marvin just You just hear that? Wow. We just had a severe alert here by the UK government. High risk of wildfires. Wildfires nationally, residents, landowners, and visitors should not undertake any activity. Could start fires disposable. Wow. Well, it's not good here in England, but don't come to England. Do not come to England because there's weather warnings here. It's not good. Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. That wasn't good. Obviously, it's not good at all. He lost his brother. Yeah, I want him to. I wanted him to win that one. Yeah, I just had a warning from the government on my phone. Everyone got it, saying there's going to be wildfires and things like that. So, hopefully, I'm still here to do the channel and watch Islam Makhachev. This might be my last live, peeps. No, it won't be. I'll be here. Even if I have to jump in the sea somehow, I'll be here, bro. Yeah. So UFC 333, looking like some Volt versus Ivor, Morab versus Jan. So that's a good card. That's a solid card. That's already a high number. That's already an 8. I just want to see the rest of the card, but I'm looking forward to that one. Thank you for telling me that. Cyril Gane wins 100%. Could be. Could be. He was looking good in the first round. But like I said, I need to see everything more closer to the time. We'll see. Gane looked good against Pierre. Yeah. A lot of people saying Pierre looked slow in that fight against Gane. He looked slow. He just looked fat. That's what people are saying. But I don't know. He ran through him, dropped him on a jab. So it's not a good look for him. Sean O'Malley's next fight. He wants to fight the winner of Morab versus Jan. The thing is, the UFC will probably give it to him too. They will probably give him it too. I see that they're keeping him away from Umar. I'm just being honest. And Corey Sandhagen. They're keeping him away from both of them. So, really, he should be fighting Corey or Umar. He should fight Umar for the number one contendership. I don't see that's going to happen. I think they're going to give Sean the winner of Jan versus Marab. Heard it here first. Just saying, but Walter Walker can beat Aspinall if Aspinall not knocking him out early and can't get things on stand-up. His knee bar or knee bar, what he uses, is absolutely lethal. On the levels of Palmer, Pajares, that guy, it's on that level of high risk. Potential. You've got potential there, but Tom Aspinall is a black belt in jiu-jitsu too, so he may be able to defend that. I want to see Rakic versus Volkov. They both are great technical guys. Yeah, be a good fight. I wouldn't mind seeing that. That'd be a good fight. I'll probably go with Volkov. I think Volkov will get it done, to be honest. What's your thought about CM Punk? That's very random. What do you want to know, within MMA or in wrestling? At the moment, MMA, he's the world champion. He's doing his thing. He's the best in the world. In wrestling, I mean, in MMA, at the end of the day, you have to give him props because he walked in there. Made the walk, even though he lost, but he made the walk. Not a lot of people will make that walk. I'd love to see other people make that walk. He made the walk. He lost. Is what it is. So that's if someone tried to throw jabs at CM Punk, you say to him, "I'd love to see you make that walk." Then, get me. So props to CM Punk. I want to see Alexander Volkanovski versus Arman fight. What do you think? I'm going to be honest. I don't think that fight will go well for Arman. Only reason I'm saying is because of the weight cut. I don't think the weight cut would do Arman any favors. He didn't make the weight with what's his name? He didn't make the weight with Islam. He didn't make the weight with Islam. So if you're struggling to make weight at lightweight, how are you going to make the weight for featherweight? It won't be good for him. I don't think he would be able to rehydrate that well, and he will lose mass around his head, the brain. That might be an issue. He may be able to get knocked out easier at that. I don't think he should ever do that. I don't think that's wise. He should have stayed at lightweight. I was in shock when Salsa Boy doesn't knock out Volkov, but broke his nose in the first punch. Very true. I thought Sosa Boy would win that. I thought he would win that too, but Volkov has got the job on him, got the jump on him, bro. Got the job done. So I saw like Sosa Boy as well. He's definitely going to be a future contender. They probably should do Sosa Boy versus Hockett. That'd be a good fight. Hockett's already beat some top guys, so why not? I think even Aljo can put a masterclass on Arman. If Arman goes down, he's not going to be good for him. I don't think he should. Arman should stay at lightweight or go to welterweight. Do not go down to featherweight. I don't think it would be good for Arman. The weight cut, the disparity of the weight cut, the fluid to the brain, it's not going to be good for Arman. I don't think he should make that. I think he should stay where he at. And Aljo, only thing Aljo needs to be doing is getting a title shot. Yeah, he should be getting a title shot. Just like look at anybody else, anyone else, they lose. Just like let's take Alex Pereira. Alex Pereira loses the middleweight championship. He goes up, he beats Jan and gets a title fight. Aljo loses his title. He goes up, he beats Calvin Kattar. Then he has to fight. It's not fair. He should get a title shot. What do you think about Tom Cruise versus Tom Aspinall? We're not going to answer that question. What do you think about Giga Kazadze? He lost his confidence when he got KO'd by Valencia. Said he's good fight. Yeah, true. Giga is a really good fighter. He's really good. Kickboxing's really good too. Yeah, I think this is what I said before, like, especially with champions, when they lose a lot of confidence. This is why when you see champions lose, they're like a 2-3 fight losing streak. Look at Bilal Muhammad. Look at, I have to say, Usman, well, not as bad, but look at Leon Edwards as well. When they lose a championship, they go on this losing streak. I think they lose confidence in what their abilities, and that's probably what's happened with Giga. Even though he's a really good fighter too, so he can still come back. I think once he's realigned his thinking and got his confidence back, he could be one of the top guys. I think you not know how much UFC, bro. Really? Okay. I don't know much about UFC. Okay, so I'll ask you a question. Inferno, this is to you. If you think I don't know much about UFC, I'm going to ask you a question. How many win streak was Kamaru Usman on before he lost to Leon Edwards? Go. You have to answer it in 10 seconds. Let's see if you really know. If you don't know the answer to that, keep quiet. We're waiting for Inferno to answer the question. I'll give you another 10 seconds. The question was, how many win streak was Kamaru Usman on before he lost to Leon Edwards? Go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You don't know nothing about MMA or UFC, so keep quiet, Inferno. Lots of buzz for Ilya versus Paddy. Who's your pick? That's a good fight, bro. As I said, someone asked me that earlier. I wouldn't be able to give a pick this early. I know Scousers don't get knocked out. That's what I do know. So the fact that you're wrong, it's not free. Let me just hold on. It's not free. It's 15. You don't know nothing about UFC, so keep quiet, Inferno. You don't know nothing. So it's a good fight. The thing with Ilya now, it's like if you survive Ilya at his most dangerous, is this a thing now where he can get stopped in the 4th and 5th? Is this a thing? A fighter's seen that saying, okay, if you survive his most dangerous points, does that mean later on in 4th and 5th you can stop him? This is the thing. Paddy hasn't been knocked out. Scousers don't get knocked out. So it's not looking good for Ilya, I'll be honest. That's what I will say at the moment. I could be wrong, but closer to the time I'll do a prediction, but I'm not sure at the moment. I told you Racket was going to win. You were very true. And Racket did win. He did. You got it, bro. I hope he made that money. You said you put some money down on it. Congratulations to you, boy. I think you are a Michael Chandler fan. I don't hate Michael Chandler, but I think he should retire, for sure. People say that Poirier is the best guy, which doesn't have kind of hands on the belt, but they don't know about Alistair is beating everyone K1, which is far better stand-up. Yeah, well, Poirier was the interim world champion. That does count for something. Or I think it was the BMF as well, wasn't he? But I know he was the interim world champion, so it is what it is. But definitely Alistair Overeem is a beast. My locks of the card for UFC was Rebrivius. Yes, for sure. You Cooked it, bro. I'm gonna start getting on that betting myself, bro. I'm gonna start getting on that betting I keep forgetting to open an account. So, what Nathaniel? What account do you use? What's the best account to use to bet on it? I'm gonna start betting myself. Badahari, he beat Badahari, which outclasses Arico. I know he's a beast. Overeem was a beast, bro. Martin Serrano fan. I'm not sure who that is, bro. I also think Hendo is a better fighter than Poirier, which doesn't have the belt. They're good fighters, bro. I'll have to look into that. I'm gonna put money on Killer. I put money on Killer Kel last weekend. Yo, I predicted him to win. Those trying to hate on my prediction skills, go back and look, go back and check, bro. I predicted that Sal Kill would win, and he did. Yeah, Sal Kill was gonna win. I knew he would find the finish in 25 minutes, and he did. I bet on FanDuel. Okay, killed it. Okay, bro, I might do that. Bet 365, my recommendation. DraftKings price pick. Okay, bro, you lot telling me free. Which one should I do, bro? I might open one this weekend, and then I'm gonna start putting some down. You know what I mean? So, I'm gonna start putting my money where my mouth is, literally. Like if you're predicting MMA fights and you're talking about all this and that, why not put your money where your mouth is to prove you're the best? And that's what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna open it this weekend for sure. DraftKings prize pick or bet 365. Okay, I'm on it, bro. I don't know who you are. I'm just joking. Don't take seriously. We'll do in the future. Bye. See you later, Inferno. Have a good day. Right, peeps. So that's my prediction. So main event, I'm leaning towards Islam Makhachev, but I wouldn't be surprised if Ian Garry wins. I can't count him out, but it may be 3-2 in rounds, 3-2 to Islam, or it could be a draw or something. But it's going to be a decision. It's going to be a decision. And co-main event, I'm leaning towards Mackenzie Dern, but I'm not confident. I feel Gillian could get this done. I don't know why. I just have a feeling he's going to get it done. Okay, cool. Do you saw that Kaza guy, he's like, stop everything and just entering UFC, evolving like a Mongol army. Yeah, I know you're talking about, bro. Mad thing. Let's see how he does. Maybe bet see if it's by best. All right, yeah, I'm out as well, peeps. I need to go and eat something. Right, Pete. So make sure you're all subscribing to my channel. Don't just pull up in here talking to me, asking me these questions, and not subscribing to my channel. So make sure you subscribe to my channel, people. Right. The watch along is going to be on Sunday. I'm going to be doing it at 6 p.m. As you know, the rules for my watch along for big fights, I ain't answering no chat. So I'll answer the chat after the fight. Yeah, but I'm not answering chat, bro. Because then I know you lot, as you always do, you ruin it for me. But anyway, peeps, I'm out. Have a good weekend. I'm going to see you at 6 p.m. GMT on Sunday.